Today, we are going to be working on this mower. I'm just going to show you guys how to try to get it started. It's a rednecker. And we have another rednecker. There's your rednecker. Today, we are going to be working on this mower. I'm just going to show you guys how, if you have a mower and it's not starting, or if you get a mower and you want to see how to start it, what's like the main things you could do to try to get it started. This one's not starting for me, so there's just different things we can do. First thing is, this was the battery that was in it. I already took the battery out. I put a fresh battery in it, so I know that it should be able to start with that brand new battery. So if it doesn't start with that, there's a problem. So when I sit on my mower, you always want to make sure it's in neutral, or it probably won't start. Press the clutch in. So what you can do, open the lid. So there's the starter. Alright, sometimes all you gotta do is bang on this just to get it unloosened. I already tried that, it didn't work. So see this wire here? If you follow this wire right here back, it'll lead you to that. You see that red wire, and then there's just another bolt beside it. Now what we do is get this out, take something metal, these work the best for right now, and put it down there and touch both of them together, and that will hot wire it, and that turns it over. So now we know that it turns over. The starter worked, we know all that, but it didn't start. So now what we'll do is we're gonna go to the spark plug. So now we take the spark plug out. You'll look at the spark plug. The spark plug looks pretty bad, actually. Get a piece of sandpaper and just scuff it up. Clean it up, make it shiny looking. If you have carb cleaner, it's good because it'll get any greases out and it dries really fast. Spray it off with some carb cleaner. Alright, wiggle it around, blowing it. If you see the distance between there, if they're touching, you want to put something in there and just pry it out. That's a good space right there. It should give a spark. Looks good. If you have a towel or something, just wipe it off. So I just cleaned it up a little more. It doesn't look a lot nicer, but it should do the trick. So now what we can do is you get your cord and you put your spark plug back in. Alright, and then you find a metal bolt. You need to ground it somewhere. Okay, so you get your pliers, and then right here on the muffler. You can ground it right here on the muffler. That would work. So we'll put it there and see if it has any spark. The spark is very visible. If spark's there, you'll see it. Which this one does not have any spark. So what I'm going to do is take a spark plug off another mower, because I know it works. That mower starts, and then I'll put it on here, and if it still doesn't have spark, I know it's the coil or something like that, and I just have to get a new coil. Okay, you saw that. It had spark. Now, I'm going to try this other spark plug actually. This was the main one. This is the one that always was on it. This might still work. Oh, feels weird if you get sparked. So there, that was your problem right here. This little wire tells it, no, don't spark, and then it can't spark. And if it still doesn't spark, even when you got a new spark plug, even when you unplug that, it just doesn't spark, that means that you need a new coil. And if you get a new coil, don't plug this back in right away, okay? You want to check this with a multimeter. And if you see any electricity flowing from that, that means you don't want to put it back on because it will fry your coil. If it looks good, you can put it back on, but it still might not start because computers down there are saying, no, don't start. Yeah, you're probably going to need a new coil if that's not plugged in and you're not getting any spark. And you have a new spark plug. Another thing you can do if you're not getting any spark is, if this is really rusty, you can sand these these are magnets right here. You can sand them down and see if you'll get any better connection. Another thing, here's a business card. If you stick it between here, if you take the coil off, when you take the coil off and you get a new one, stick a business card between the flywheel and the coil, and then push the coil against the flywheel with the business card between, then tighten it down, and that is the right distance between the flywheel and the coil. Now I'm going to show you how I can start this guy. I can't get the spark plug back in. This is really frustrating. Now what I'm going to do is take the air filter off, and you can use starter fluid. I'm going to use starter fluid, but sometimes what I do is just put gas in a squirt bottle, and then I can just squirt it down into the carb. You squirt it down from the filter, and that filter goes down into the carb, which gives it gas and will start it, and then hopefully it can start getting it out of the gas tank. But I'm just going to use starter fluid right now because I feel like it. You don't want to use too much of it because it can ruin your engine. It runs. Whoa, too much. Don't pour gas in. So, hopefully you know how to get your mower running, to know that, okay, I actually want to get this running. I'll put a little bit more money into it, get it all started. Next thing you'd have to do is clean the carbs. I'm not going to do that in this video just because it's going to take too long. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something. Get out and have some fun. It's better than sitting inside playing video games. It is, I'm serious. I don't know what I did. Actually, I know what I did, but I don't know how that would have helped. Not all mowers have this, but right here I unplugged this little switch right there, and I just put it back in, and then I came up here, I sat on here, and it'll start now. Don't ask me why I'll start. It's just probably something with the computers or something with that, and it'll allow it to start now. Alright, Rednecker out. Peace.